This is problem 8-38 from section 8.1.2. For each pair of intercepts given below, write an equation for a quadratic function in standard form. So these are our x-intercepts, and we've been going from an equation to the x-intercepts, but what we need to do is we're going to do the opposite of what those say. So x plus 3 times x minus 2. Remember, those are the x-intercepts, so if you plug in y equals 0, they need to give you these answers. So that's why it's the opposite value, x plus 3 and x minus 3. So it says in standard form, though, so this is not our final answer. We need to multiply this out. Y equals x squared. If you can do the rectangle for this if you want to, or you can just multiply it the old way. So let's combine our like terms together. So y equals x squared plus x minus 6. That is a possible option. It could be have a negative orientation, so it could have a negative in front of each of these terms, or the opposite of what they are. It could be multiplied by 2, so it's stretched taller. But this is most likely the equation that you came up with. But there are several different options here. Okay, part B. We're going to do the same thing, very similar thing. Our x-intercepts are -3 and 1/2. So I'm going to say x plus 3, I do the opposite, and x minus 1/2. Okay? So again, I need to multiply these out. The standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c, not in the factored form. Although this is more helpful for graphing, they want it to be in standard form as your final answer. So if I multiply these out, I'll have x squared plus 3x minus 1/2 x minus 3/2 x. Sorry, just minus 3/2. So we can write this, let's simplify it, x squared. If I combine those together, plus, you can say 2.5 x, and maybe call this 1.5. So that's a possible option. You could also multiply everything times 2 to get rid of those decimals. So you can say 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. That's also a correct answer. There's multiple different answers here, but as long as you use those as your x-intercepts, so you can do the opposite of them, because I got to plug in 0 and get back to my values up here. Okay? So make sure it's in standard form, which means you multiply your factors together.